Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about the Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana. Basically, this scheme is for the elderly people of our country so that they could be assisted with the different kind of devices which are like you must have been known that because of age issues you get hearing impairment, weak eyesight, all these things, these kind of aids and devices could be provided to the senior citizen of India, and that is mandated under the Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana. So it is mandated for elderly population of India. There are certain criteria which section of the society could actually avail it, and there are other features associated with this. So in this video, we will discuss about the various features and aims of Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana, and we will also try to highlight why this is very important in the present scenario. So let's start. So it is a scheme for providing physical aids and assisted living devices for senior citizens belonging to BPL category. Now from this statement, what all important information that you are supposed to take? First of all, it is going to provide the physical aids. What do you mean by physical aid? You must have seen like for the hair improvement devices, physical aids, hearing improvement devices, life assisting devices, hearing improvement for an example, life assisting like you crutches, what you can call the walking while you walk, those devices which help you for walking, like at old age your weak your knees get weak and it becomes difficult to walk. So all these aids, physical aids, like which could really help you live your life with dignity. So this is one important information you should know, that Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana aims to provide the physical aids. Then to whom? Senior citizen, and senior citizen also who belongs to the category of BPL. So who all are eligible? Senior citizen in the BPL category. These are going to be the beneficiary of this particular scheme. Now let's come back and try to understand few other things, that it is a central sector scheme. What does it mean? It is going to be 100% funded by the central government. So there is no funding required from the state. It is 100% funded by the center. That is the meaning of central sector scheme. The expenditure for implementation of the scheme will be met from the Senior Citizen Welfare Fund. So there is a Senior Citizen Welfare Fund and the amount will be taken from here. So amount will be debited from here. So to provide the various physical aids and assisted living devices to the senior citizen. Which will be the implementing agency? So it will be implemented by the Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation, ALIMCO. It is a PSU under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So just remember, this is the implementing agency, a PSU, which is going to build all these devices and provide them to the senior citizen belonging to the BPL category. So this is something you should know. The information you should know, it is a center sector scheme, which means it is 100% funded by the center itself. What kind of devices it will provide? It will provide the physical aids, it will provide the assisted living devices to the senior citizen belonging to the BPL category. The amount will be taken up from the Senior Citizen Welfare Fund, and the implementing agency is your ALIMCO. So this is information, this is the major things that you should know. Now let's move forward and try to understand some other features of this scheme. So the main criteria for the citizen to get full benefits of the Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana scheme is that they must belong to BPL family. We just heard that, and should hold a BPL card issued by the concerned authority. So BPL card is also a mandatory thing. So the people who want to avail, the senior citizen of India who want to avail the benefits under this scheme need to come up or need to provide the BPL card to the authority, and then only they can actually get the benefit. The beneficiary in each district will be identified by the state governments or the UT administration through a committee chaired by the deputy commissioner or district collector. So basically district collector or deputy commissioner will have a committee. In that they will actually figure out who all will be the beneficiaries. So there is like they will have a list of the BPL holders in a particular district, and in that they will like filter it out with the citizen who are above the age of 60s, which means they are senior citizen. So that is how this state government will actually be the one who will identify the beneficiaries. As far as possible, 30% of the beneficiaries in each district shall be women. Now, this is also an important fact that as far as possible. Now, if a population of women in the above 60 is less, that's a different scenario. But as far as possible, there should be case made that at least around 30% of the beneficiaries are women. This is also one of the major features of the scheme, because you must have known that like women in their late, they will not have the social security. So in that regard also it becomes way more important that 30% women are mandatorily included in the district as far as possible. Like if the population is there, if the number is there, then it should be around 30%. And finally, let's just quickly see why this scheme is very important and what is the significance. So, according to Census 2011, there are 10,038 crores of senior citizens. So, we have around more than 10 crore senior citizens in India, and that was 2011. The studies has shown that by 2050, this is going to get tripled. So, we are going to have a lot of population which would be aging. So, and these more than 70% of them live in rural areas. So, we have already seen that going forward, the aging population, India will also be hit by it. Right now, we are very young population, but as the decades goes by, we will also become an aging population because the population has come under control. In that regard, going forward, there will be lot and lots of senior citizen, and there has to be a way to provide them with a social security net, and hence this scheme is very important. Another aspect to consider over here is that the senior citizens are mostly living in the rural areas. If you actually think about the migration pattern, also people have started moving from rural to the urban areas for the lookout of job, for better opportunities, which means they are actually leaving behind their old and aging parents at the home in the rural areas, which again means that the government has to step up. Therefore, it is essential to take a special care of them under the Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana. So, this particular scheme is actually about living life with dignity. So, even if by age there are like your physical impairment could be there, you could have weak eyesight, you could hear less, you have problems with walking, but that should not mean that you should always be like dependent on somebody. So life to dignity is one of the major goal which this Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana is trying to achieve. So I hope you have understood this video. These are the major features, these are the importance thing from your mains perspective. There could be a question regarding how the demographic change or how the aging population problem could be tackled in India, what all measures has been taken by the government. So you can definitely quote about the Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana over there. From your prelims perspective, the various features, implementing agency, central sector scheme, all these things become important. So if you have any doubt over here, feel free to drop a comment.